So how many people have dated someone just because they're attractive? How many people are lying? We'll wait because everybody dates somebody because they're attractive at first. So today's episode is episode 3 of the Pretty Privileged series. Thank you guys for showing each episode support. I don't know how episode 2 is going to do. This is from before that. So today's topic is going to be dating and pretty privilege. Now, you know I was going to come for y'all. I can definitely say that I blame Disney. Yeah, I said it. I blame Disney. I blame Disney because every single time I see a happily ever after or I see a princess, I mean, the princesses are gorgeous. I mean, the princes, minus Beast from Beauty and the Beast, the princes are handsome. Like, I really feel like Disney kind of ruined that. Like, I feel like if you'd have told me that, oh, my true love might have a pot belly, or my true love might have a receding hairline, or my true love might leave his socks everywhere, or my true love might leave her socks everywhere. Like, I wish they would have had like a more realistic, I know it's a cartoon, we doing too much, but like, I really wish that they would have been more realistic. Also, like, acne, I mean, like, somebody needs to have a pimple or two. These are teenagers. Like, when I found out some of the Disney princesses were teenagers, I was just like, oh, so I'm the only one who had acne so dark that it blended in with my skin and not in a good way. Okay, so I was the only one with dark acne. Got it. Like, I was the only one who got bad acne in 7th grade, just me. I mean, we have a whole series called Love is Blind, showing that even though we might have a mental, emotional connection, you still have to look at this person. You still have to be attracted to said person. So, I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but like, we all can be shallow at that point. So I'm going to go equally. I'm going to go for the men. I'm going to come for the men. I'm going to come for the women. So I want it to be equal. But overall, today's topic is online with our series. Pretty Privilege series is basically, I'm talking about topics that no one wants to talk about because y'all scared. I'm not. I ain't never scared, as they would say. Sorry, I'm from the suburbs. I'm not hood at all. But I can definitely say, like, my series is very important. I feel like I'm a great speaker for it. I will also be doing an experiment within the series to see if I wear makeup, will more people watch? If I come as I usually come, Claire the accountant, will you guys watch? You know, but definitely for sure, like, I really feel like this is a good series to talk about, and a lot of this will shed light on what pretty privilege and how it affects our everyday life. So let's go first things first. Men's fault is ego. So what I mean by that, I literally have it where I remember I had, and this is on my Zano cosplay page, you know, just shouting myself out. I remember I had posted like a cosplay of me as, I can't remember right now, but like, I remember I posted a cosplay of me in full on cosplay, and a guy wrote in the comments, dang, that's wifey type. I could have bad credit. I could have bad breath. I could really be mean. I could not know how to do simple things. And because you like how I look, I'm wifey type. Like, I really feel like there's an ego behind men when it comes to walking around with a beautiful woman. Like, I truly feel like this is part of privilege when it goes bad, because here's, I have my notes. When it goes bad, because I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, how is this person wifey type? This is somebody who looks have an expiration date. Like, we all have an ETA. Now, the melanated community, we still looking for it. But I'm just saying, like, we all have an ETA on when our looks are going to start eroding. I don't know. This isn't like Earth or whatever. But we all have an ETA on that. And I think my irritation comes from the fact that, like, you could be missing out on an incredible person, and you're just like, oh, she's not wifey type because she's not perfect, or she don't look like a IG model, walk with a waddle, you know, like, I don't know. That's another thing too. I was just like, is she wifey type, or is she cute and dressed in primary colors? Because that was another thing too that I was like really confused by, was the fact that like some people were just like, oh, well, this person is wifey type, or this person is my soulmate. I was like, what if you guys don't have the same things in common? Because one thing I've noticed just from me watching and being in my 30s is that most of the couples I've seen that are here to last, or most of the couples I've seen that have been here for a long time, like they've been here, like they have so many commonalities with how they view the world. Because like even just from speaking with friends, like there's certain people where like I've heard their takes on the world, and I'm just like, ooh, this is about to be the end of this friendship. I'm turning around so you can see how cute my hair is, but like I was just like, this is about to be the end of friendship. Like that, your view on that take is horrible. Like what do you mean? Like how can we sit there and be friends? Like but I don't know. I think that I still think that there's still that going on to this day. And I mean, like, it doesn't hurt that men will sit there and see a guy with a supermodel, or they'll see a guy with a girl, a IG baddie, you know, the small waist, you know, BBL bandit, as they call them. I don't know. Those who walk with them, they'll automatically think of them different. I was like, why do you think of this man different? Like, he didn't do anything. Like this, like they could probably have nothing in common. Like they don't have, like they weren't brought up in the same religion, or they weren't brought up in the same headspace. Like, I don't know. Like, I think personally, like, I just feel like, my legs are getting like tired from sitting here. But I don't know. Me personally, like, I feel like there's still a certain level that people are basing the wrong things on. Like, you guys are confusing pet peeves with cons. Like, this person's perpetually unemployed. Like, pet peeve is this person snores. Yeah, I'm thinking of like this person's not good looking. Pet peeve, like, you know, it's like this person's not good looking. Pet peeve, this person's not good looking. I was like, and this is why what ends up happening is that you're with someone who you're only attracted to, and you guys don't have the same things in common. So definitely coming from men on that, especially with men being notorious for being visual creatures. I mean, women, we're visual creatures as well, but men are definitely more notorious. So we're gonna go into the women. Now, ladies, let me hear y'all. Let me judge y'all. We are not good at this. I told y'all I used to model in my 20s, and of course, you know, like when you model in your 20s, you're around male models, right? This was my last model that I dated. So I was dating this model, and we both met on set, and I was like, okay, dang, like perfect skin, you're not about to outdo me in the mirror. Like, I'm over here fixing myself, and he's like, I was like, why are you outdoing me in the mirror? Like, why are you, like, Big Leo, like, you're not going to be the star. There's only one Beyonce in Destiny's Child, okay? Like, I was so confused, but just overall, like, just very, very, no offense, very feminine. Very much like, you do for me because I'm fine. I was like, fine, don't pay the bills. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, T-Mobile? Yeah, I know I owe you $300 this month for my lines, but did you know I was fine? Hello? That's them cutting my cell phone off since I want to play. Like, being fine, don't pay nothing, okay? I also have on here, women. So women, the way we think psychologically, women, the way we think is that we think as a community. That's why you'll sit there and you'll see men, and they don't really have like big friend groups well into their age. Like, as they get older, like, women still keep their friend circle, still keep their attachments. But women, we're very much a community. So we have this tendency to like, well, my friends don't think he's attractive, so I don't want to date him. Can I tell you a little secret? If your friend is pressed about your man being attractive, she wants whatever attractive man you bring around. Okay? Big TT Claire will put you on. She wants whatever man you bring around. Don't fall for it for a second. Dang, girl, like, he fine. Do he got a brother? She's dating that brother, your man. She's gonna be dating him. Okay? I'm just letting you know, not from personal experience, but I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be that concerned if your friend is dating a man who's attractive. Now, mind you, he can't look like a, super gremlin. But I'm just saying that, like, women be wanting their man to be fine, so other women can be like, oh, dang, she got that fine man. I was like, I can tell you, as someone who's notorious for dating fine men in her 20s, no, no. And they're not funny either. And I love to laugh, okay? They're not funny either. Because think about it, by proxy, there aren't a lot of, no offense, don't cut me off, don't cut the video off of this, but by proxy, like, there's not a lot of attractive men compared to attractive women. I can go to any event space right now, any event right now, I can find 10 baddies. But an attractive man, maybe one, maybe two if he turns to the side. I don't know. But I don't know. Like I can't really sit there and say like I've found like back-to-back men who are attractive. Like it's rare. So they know that they're a rarity. They know they're in high demand. So they act a certain type of way. Like think about, no offense, but think about all these actors who have done these women wrong. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Symmetrical face. Gorgeous, symmetrical face. Just full on trouble as well. And you know, I just think overall, like women, like we gotta stop doing that where we're throwing away good men because we think he's too nerdy or we think he's not attractive because our friends don't. At the end of the day, you should still value your friendship with your friends, but sometimes some of these women are just like, well, I'm single this season. You need to be single this season. So you gotta be careful about friends like that, but that's a whole different video. So we're gonna go into the solution. So I have my first solution down here. You gotta stop lying. I literally have it written in caps. Stop lying. I just feel like, I don't know, like I just feel like you guys gotta stop lying. Like you gotta pick one. You can't come up here and be like, oh my God, like my man, or oh my God, my girlfriend or my wife does not treat me correctly, doesn't treat me correctly, doesn't do everything for me, and da-da-da. I'm just like, but you married them because they're good looking. Like that silence was for us to judge you, because you gotta stop lying. If you're gonna sit there and be shallow, but I only marry the best looking person, say that, stand on business and stay on that and stay there. Don't try to come backwards and be like, oh, like don't try to come backwards and be like, oh, like it's just so hard. We're tired of hearing you complain, madam, sir. Like we're tired of hearing you complain. Like at the end of the day, if you're going to be that person that's just going to marry somebody for looks, we don't want to hear the complaints about them having shallow. Like we don't want to hear about you saying they're lacking anything. You made your choice. I feel like if you're not compatible, and this is for Batiste from Love is Blind, if you're not compatible, don't try to force it. Like every single time, I can literally solve every dating problem in the world. The number one problem is the fact that like y'all don't want to understand nor make the, I guess, the final like acceptance that you can't be married to someone who you're not compatible with for long. Like you literally are trying to have oil and vinegar or something? I don't know, oil and water, whatever. You're trying to make oil and water a solution. Oil will always sit on top. Like I'm just confused on why people keep trying. Like for example, with Batiste, I remember Batiste was like, oh my God, Raven's so heartless, which, you know, of course we find out that he's the weird one. Raven's so heartless, and you know, she's just doing jumping jacks, but he was like, oh my God, I cried over her, I'm over her. He saw Raven's curly hair, aquamarine eyes, beautiful Pilates body, and he was just like, I mean, you know, smoke show, I mean, you know, we could make it work out. I'm just like, you see what I'm talking about? And look what would have happened. Look what would have happened if they would have forced that, or look what would have happened. You feel me? Like, look what would have happened if they sat there and tried to force that. Look what would have happened if they actually got into a relationship. There's no compatibility there. You're trying to force it because this person looks good, and that runs out. Because when times are hard, you're going to need that person who can make you laugh. When times are hard, you're going to need that stability person, not someone who's just here because you're good looking, or vice versa. Like, I really fear for, I can definitely say, I really fear for at least millennials and Gen Z, because we're the social media babies, more Gen Z than anything. But I do fear for us because a lot of us are really, everything's aesthetic. Everything's aesthetic. Like, Like morning is aesthetic, coffee is aesthetic, burping is aesthetic, like everything's aesthetic. And you gotta understand, the heart will never be aesthetic. Heart goes after vibes. Heart goes after feelings. Heart goes after what the heart wants. And someone being attractive is not what your heart wants. You're forcing it because your eyes can see. Like literally, I've gone around people before who their energy is just so bad. Like like their energy is so bad. Like I have to remove myself because I'm not used to having bad energy around me. So vice versa, you're forcing this. And then my final answer is we need to have more realistic expectations of relationships. From what I've seen, like when you go off of somebody just on looks, it never works out. It never works out. I've never seen it where someone has solely gone after somebody for looks. It never works. You find out that this person can't fulfill you in other ways, and that's when stuff starts happening. Okay, like that's why I said like final answer, final solution is just that we gotta stop, but everybody has to go through that stage. Like, and I don't judge people for work. Like I said, I went to that stage as well, but everybody has to go through that stage where they just dating somebody because like you're just like they're just dating somebody because they're attractive. And I get it, you want to see with your eyes, but your heart can see what your eyes don't see. So don't forget to subscribe, share. Let's clear here.